Welcome back to Math with Ms. Lena and to another episode in our series, Bridging the Gap, How Public and Engaged Humanities Can Transform Math Education. Today, we're taking a journey, one that stretches across continents and centuries to explore the global origins of math, algebra's cultural journey. When we talk about algebra today, most of us picture symbols, equations, and variables on a whiteboard, but algebra, like all knowledge, has a story. It's a story that began long before the word algebra even existed. Long before modern classrooms, ancient civilizations were already solving problems that we now called algebraic. Babylonian mathematics used clay tablets to record methods for calculating unknown quantities as early as 2000 BCE. Egyptian scribes created clever arithmetic rules for building pyramids, measuring land, and managing grain. But what we now recognize as algebra, the symbolic language that allows us to describe patterns and relationships, began to take shape in the Middle East during what historians call the Islamic Golden Age. In the 8th and 9th centuries, centers of learning like Baghdad's House of Wisdom became vibrant crossroads of knowledge. Scholars from across Islamic world, from Persia, India, North Africa, and Spain, gathered to study, translate, and expand upon texts from Greece, India, and beyond. Among them was a Persian scholar named Muhammad ibn Musa. And around 820 CE, he wrote a groundbreaking book, which roughly translates to the compendious book of calculation by completion and balancing. But Muhammad didn't just name algebra, he transformed it. Instead of focusing only on numbers or specific examples, he introduced a systemic way to solve for the unknown. He wrote his methods in prose, not symbols, describing how to restore and balance equations. Through translation, his ideas traveled first into Arabic, then into Latin, and eventually across Europe. This process of translation and exchange shaped the mathematical language we use today. It was truly a global collaboration. Indian numerals met Greek geometry, Arab and Persian scholars refined and recorded those ideas. Jewish and Christian translators carried them into medieval Spain and Renaissance Europe. When we look at algebra's journey, we see how deeply interconnected human knowledge really is. No culture creates knowledge in isolation. Ideas evolve through dialogue, migration, and adaptation. Yet many math curricula still present algebra as a purely Western achievement, beginning with European thinkers. In truth, algebra is a multicultural story born from translation, trade, and trust across borders. So what does this mean for us as educators, learners, and citizens today? By recognizing the global origins of math, we do more than give credit where it's due. We also open doors for more students to see themselves in the story of mathematics. Understanding that algebra grew from many cultures helps challenge the myth that math belongs only to a few. It reminds us that problem solving is a human practice built from curiosity and collaboration. When we teach algebra, it's not just as a set of rules, but as a shared cultural achievement. We invite students to approach it with wonder, empathy, and respect. As we continue this Bridging the Gap series, remember, every formula, every symbol, every equation has a human history. And when we tell those stories, we bring math back to where it's always been, a universal language of connection. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the global story of algebra. See you next time.